Oh, that was so emotionally and spiritually draining. It's terrible from every fucking angle. No, no, it's quite alright. So I mean, I eat that American food here, and your diets are fucking terrible. But it's available, so I don't have a lot of money, so I get what's here. But anyway, I had an issue where are you hearing Timmy down the well? Like, are you alright, love? Hold on. Apparently, my dog wants to commune with spirits. She always wants to be on camera, apparently. Dogs love the camera more than a human ever would. What is it, Bill? Trouble in your mind or craft? What is it, girl? I swear that was going to be a funny story, but oh well. This is what I get. Her breed is specifically the most talkative version, so she will interact as best she can. Must be an earthquake, I think. All right. Here she is. She's a very large girl. Giant white girl. Wonderful, wonderful girl. Didn't even notice she got a bit bigger, but it did. Either way. You're not pregnant, are you? I mean, I'm afraid, of being in America for too long, teen pregnancy is just so fucking rampant. It is just like terrible. And how old are you now? Well, I've been in California since 2022. That would make her at least 4 years old. But in dog years, oh my god, my girl is almost gonna celebrate her 30th birthday. I have to do something special. Really, really special. Either way, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the American diet. Okay. Nutrition is like super, super important. Mm. I mean, you got to make sure that you're eating your vegetables, that you have broccoli and, you know, spinach, all that good stuff. Get a carrot in you every now and then. Well, I live in San Francisco, so it shouldn't be that hard. But it is, isn't it? So here I am. I swear that story was going to be extremely funny, and now I just can't take it to the punchline. But oh well. The whole thing about comedy is delivery. I mean, I'm not a comedian, but oh well. I mean, what do I talk about? I mean, I got new music out, so there's that. I think there were like more people here when I started this, but I meander. I swear I was gonna fucking tell a funny story. I just Oh, I guess the timing is all off. Mm. Oh well, I guess I'll just sit here for a bit. It's a gorgeous day out. I went out for like 2 seconds, and then I came back in. I mean, the weather outside is going to be extremely poor for a fucking next week or two. It might even be a poor Christmas. I mean, visibility wise. I don't know about precipitation. I didn't look that far ahead. But, I mean, if it did rain in this neighborhood and, somehow the clouds just made it rain over this neighborhood, then I, I guess, I mean, it wouldn't be snow because, can't afford that. So, I am trying to be funny. I am trying to be funny. Wow. Wow. I'm a funny person. Anyway, I'm ridiculous. I'm ridiculous. What is there to do? Like, I was gonna fucking tell a funny story, but I swear this girl has the fucking comedic timing of David Swimmer. Impeccable. Hmm. And there she goes again. What is it, girl? Use your words. Never in her life has she fucking done this. And then all of a sudden, the girl is literally speaking in tongues. This is why I got the camera on, because I said something amazing is going to happen. Magic, I told you not to talk to the other dogs. Don't talk to the other dogs. But yeah, if Santa does want to make it snow, even in fucking California, then I guess it would be nice to have a white Christmas. It really would. So I don't know. I guess I have a few days to look for a snow king in California. I don't even know if I can find one. With the fairest of skin and the biggest of asses. Hmm. Where can I find a giant muscle bottom who wants to spend Christmas in a swanky penthouse instead of in his janky ass apartment? I mean, I could spend Christmas alone here in a penthouse, but I don't really want to. I mean, it's not going to be forever, forever, ever. But I mean, it'll be, for fucking Christmas. Put a bow on it, unwrap it, and you get your present in your face, all over your face. Oh well. What can I help you with, Bill? Going fucking all over the place. What is it, girl? She's having a moment. It's that time of the month. And besides, gives me more opportunity to show off Echo. Calm, collected, crazy as fuck, and Aussie. Magic and Echo. The Magic Echo. Ian and the Magic Echo. There, you said it first. He has the bushiest of fucking tails, though. His tail is so bushy. Mhm. Do you feel better now, girl? Well, blink once. She blinked. Oh well. I don't know how people fucking date in the modern age. I don't. I mean, sure, you've got apps, but are the apps even on your side? Because I go in the apps and all I see are fucking terribly old, depressed people. And I say to myself, why am I looking at my own profile? That's right. High five, girl. High five. Nope. 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 See, this is what I'm being so upset about. Some white people will try and jump into your bed. I'm sorry, jump onto your bed like my dog just did. But you don't know if they have good intentions. So sometimes you just have to give up on dating once you say to yourself, I deserve to be happy. So maybe dating is just one thing I just don't get to do. Instead, spend my time with wild, wild animals like this one, the insufferable Echo who refuses to grow into a proper dog. He should be getting bigger, but he just is so fucking small. Just so small. SMOL, small. He's a small dog. I mean, when I got him, he was like this big, so technically, I guess he grew just a little bit, but he's not growing fast enough. I guess I gotta look out for Adele. Hello. Hmm. And I want to go to Europe, but I'm one of those people who I'm an honest person and I expect other people to be honest too. I expect people to have plain and easy to read purposes because I'm a very forthright person. Forthright people just get taken advantage of. So yeah, I guess traveling is going to be always an issue, but I can't give up. I can't give up on the idea that maybe if I left for Europe, I would be happier. I would be happier in a place where it's cold as fuck and cloudy and moody, and the people there barely talk. But if they do warm up to you, they treat you like family. I'm not exactly looking for family, especially at my age, but there has to be a deeper connection with good, decent people, attainable somehow. I don't miss people. I have PTSD, so I don't miss people at all. I got my books and I got my dogs, and I guess that's what life is. I got my social justice courses. I can wear a leather jacket, but you can't take the pocket protector off this nerd. Yeah, I know. Oh well. I swear that story was going to be funny. I got no steam to do pretty much anything today. I talked about a lot of issues. I didn't talk about that thing that happened in Florida, but I don't know if I even made the news out here in California, because why would it? We have someone in there. Is that Solange? Solange. Solange. Well, welcome to the channel. My name is Ian Iliona. I'm all sorts of just discombobulated, but I guess if I'm not going to talk about anything else, I might as well talk about this story that I read on Facebook. But you know, sorry, Meta. I read on Meta that in Florida, a man walks into a Starbucks, sees a pride flag there, and then proceeded to smash it and destroy it as much as possible. You know, any straight man that has to wreck a pride flag that much, dude, you have to be gay. You have to be gay, because if the sight of a rainbow causes you that much inner turmoil, then you have to be secretly gay. But you know, that's for that person to decide. But more importantly, does Starbucks really need a pride flag to say that it's one of the gayest companies ever? It's a coffee company, so all the gays want to work there. They're like, it's cheaper than a gym membership. They're not stupid. So they're the ones who work there. There's trendy, gay ass folk pop music playing in the background. That twinkle, 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 that kind of new agey singer songwriter shite that I don't like. But they play that all the time at Starbucks. Like, what? Why is this guy in 2025 going, damn Starbucks gay cocksucking motherfuckers? It's just like, really? Really? Where have you been, love? Where have you been? Starbucks has been gay. Starbucks has been gay for quite some time. Like, you out of the loop. You out of the loop. If you wanted a fucking cup of Joe with the regular guys, you would have gone to fucking Dunkin' Donuts. You would have gone to Krispy Kreme. And you might say to yourself, I refuse to go to a place called Krispy Kreme because it gives me those urges. But you chose Starbucks. What the fuck do you think that even means? Like, when they designed the company and they said, we're gonna call it Starbucks. What the fuck does that mean? Because it's clearly stars have bucks. So let's put that on a cup and say that if you drink this magically without saying it, you are one of the people who's interested in Starbucks. Are you interested in a cup of Starbucks? Hmm. Tastes like semen. Well, it's clear that the idea Starbucks is gay is new to straight people. It's not new to any of us because we go to Starbucks and we can afford, most of us. I know I can't, but most of us can afford a cup of coffee there, and it's gay as fuck. As in happy. Like, honestly, it's so nice, clean, pristine. It feels so fucking homey. So, dude, what the fuck? So I read the article and it said that this anti-gay defacement is a trend in Florida right now. That it's not just one person doing it, it's a bunch of them. Magic, magic, good girl. So if that is the case, then why do gay people even still live there? I read to my horror that the memorials that they put up for the victims of the Orlando club shooting have been defaced, and that there's just this movement to remove anything gay from Florida, as if straight people own the state. And people in other states, they don't see that as their fight. They don't. They say if you really have an issue, you would move to something like California. But even California has that issue. I've been a victim of hate crimes in California twice. Now, I've never had it easy as a homosexual, but you would think in California it would be better, but the VA decided to move me. And I can say this now. The VA decided to move me to East Los Angeles, some fucking Latin ghetto, and I explained to them as much as I could, I am LGBTQ, I am intelligent, I'm a musician. I really shouldn't be in that kind of neighborhood because that kind of neighborhood is Jesus. Jesus. We will gather and we will pray. We will pray to Jesus. I, cada domingo, cada domingo. Bow your heads. Just all that kind of bullshit. And I say bullshit because, you know, do you even realize that that's not even your fucking religion? Like, I love Latin people. I do. But do they realize the truth? The truth that it's a bunch of fucking Italian people. Italian people in fucking wizard robes, and you're worshipping them, and you come from wearing a grass skirt. It's not your religion. You adopted it because they forced it on you. Your grandfathers and great 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 grandfathers fought against that and said, no, get the fuck off our land, get the fuck out of our area, and you don't bring that to our children. We don't want to follow gods, your god. It's like, no, we follow the fucking river, we follow the deer god, we follow the sky, we follow the earth, we don't follow god. But people don't think of their history. They just say, this is how things are now, and they accept it. And yeah, a lot of people find solace in Christianity. I'm not trying to shit on your fucking religion. I let my music do that for me. So you're entitled to believe in what you do. But if you think that that fulfills you, great. But if you don't, if there's even a shadow of a doubt in your mind, look in the fucking mirror. Look in the fucking mirror. They whitewashed divinity. They whitewashed it. All the pictures that they have are of some lily white guy in a robe, not someone who's Spanish. Not someone who's Spanish. And you're smart. You're smart. You have to realize when you speak Spanish that that's not your original language. That the prayers themselves are in Latin. And yes, you're of two bloods. You're of two bloods, but you're not pure Spanish. You're not pure Italian now. You're native. You're Native Americans. You're indigenous. You adopted a religion that was forced upon you. And what if that religion taught you to hate gay people? Then you're a fool. And I can't stand for it. I can't stand for that level of hypocrisy that these Spanish people had the nerve to call me a faggot and punch and kick me when their ancestors depended upon gay people and transgender people to learn medicine, to learn how to fucking see the future, to keep the tribe safe. So you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for a gay man with a fucking medicine satchel filled with herbs, mixing it together to save your grandfather, great great grandfather's life. But since you don't have that power in divinity, I don't expect you to understand that. So yeah, East Los Angeles, not cool with the gays, not at all, not at all. So Florida is doing its best to drive the gay out of it. Just get the fuck out, gays. Now, there's a fight. There's a fight to say if you want to stay in that state, you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to fight for equal rights, equal visibility, and gay people. Well, how do I put it? They can be lazy as fuck sometimes, because when you reach a certain level of fuck you money, it becomes really easy to say, well, I mean, I don't travel in those circles. Like, I don't need to go to fucking Florida. I go to Palm Springs. If I want to kiki and have a good time, I don't go to fucking Florida. Why the fuck would I go there? Do I look like I'm in my fucking 50s or 60s? No. I get that. I get that. But do you also get that the idea of homophobia is rampant in every place around you? Even in Palm Springs, even in San Francisco, you still have people who can pick up a machine gun and say, I'm coming to your club, I'm coming to your house, I'm coming to your workplace to fucking end gay people. The End Gay People campaign that Americans do is very violent and no one is addressing. And gay people, they're not upset enough. They look at something like Florida and say, well, I don't live there. I look at Florida and I say, that's that moment that Jewish people felt when they were looking at the rise of white supremacy in Germany. They had a moment where they said, things are uncomfortable. Things I don't like some of the rhetoric that I'm hearing in our newspapers and in discourse in our town. Some of them got the message and said, fuck it, I guess I'll move to America, or I'll move to another country, any other country. It's time to get the fuck out. Just like my discussion on schools and, why are you still putting yourself in that position? I also say, why are you putting yourself in that position when it comes to your gay rights? You want to stay and fight? Good for you. But you could potentially be happier somewhere else instead of miserable. You want to deal with hurricanes, or do you want to come to a place like this? I have my non-profit, No More Gay Tears, because I want to foster a great conversation between gay people of, do you want to be safe? Do you want to be surrounded by people who are like you? What the fuck are you? I'm ugly as fuck. That's what I am. I don't belong in anything. I really don't. But I'm not wrong about America doesn't use mirrors. They really don't. Because if they did, they would see the ugly parts, the parts that show that they haven't grown as a country. When gay people are attacked, when gay iconography is considered repulsive, when it should be something that's wonderful to look at because it shows that you have freedom of expression and a freedom to just be yourself. Something I thought maybe straight people wanted to. We don't talk about straight pride or straight visibility day, but the idea that you can just be yourself, be respected, is a universal thing. It's probably not any better in Europe. You're always going to have someone who has gay panic because they haven't enjoyed the pleasure of a man's mouth around their penis. If you're a straight man who is questioning your sexuality, I am a gentle lover, and I will guide you to the truth of whether or not you might be gay. We may not get it right in the first session. There might still be questions. Anal may be one of those questions that we can answer together if you're a straight questioning man, figuring out your sexuality. But leave the fucking Starbucks alone. Can we agree upon that? Oh, Adam Hunter. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, yeah. So I'm big on gay activism and maintaining the idea that we are citizens just like everybody else here. So you can't intimidate us. You're not gonna fucking ruin our day. Oh, here's Echo. He's wonderful. Wow, loud as fuck. I have a rough time getting the things that I need to get done because of my PTSD. But I'm here in San Francisco, and I have to fight harder. I have to fight harder to reach out to gay people because we get lazy. We literally say now that we have gay marriage, our struggle is over. Some of us believe that. Some of us just say, well, fuck it. If you make more money, then you won't have to deal with the fucking ugly ass, mean spirited straight people. And that's also true. Hey, right, you can be what you want. I don't judge. You can do this. It's okay, man, because we all go through shit. I agree. I agree. We're all struggling in one way or another. I talk about our struggles specifically with electric bills because we have solar energy. And in places like California, you could have enough solar panels and smart homes that you could reduce your electric bill to zero and just have free energy throughout the entire city, free wireless electrical energy. And I'm there for you, dude. And I don't even know you, but vibes. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Yeah, bro. Hmm. That story that I read on Meta of people hating on homosexuals, just homophobia, made me think that this person doesn't look around and see reality, doesn't see that I'm not a kumbaya person, but I'm the person that says if you're getting fucked over and I'm getting fucked over by the same person, I don't think we're really that different. I don't think we're enemies. We may not have to agree on everything, but can we at least agree that We want more money in our pocket, that we want to be happy, that we want our kids to go to school and be educated without being shot to death, or we want to work less and make love more. We want to explore and try new things without being told that it's forever expensive or just whatever. Hmm. You only want a friend that understands you. You know, some people are blessed. Some people are blessed that they go through that high school process and they come out with at least one good friend. One good friend. It's kind of the reason why people join the fucking military, is because they look around and they see the world and they say, I need a fucking ally. I need a fucking ally, because they make movies about zombies and people say, yeah, that was a good movie. They don't say, well, if you read crime blotters, if you look around and just see people's rage levels skyrocket, you might say, yeah, there is something to zombies. There is something to we're in an apocalypse. Just because you don't have the car on fire graphic that they constantly use, and people with machetes walking through the streets like they do in some countries, doesn't mean that you're not deeply traumatized by the level of violence in America. Okay, some people have judgment issues towards people, certain people especially. No one ever understands anyone's pain but their own. If they looked around and seen what people were going through, they would be probably, I cannot speak English, they would probably understand more instead of less. Has a lot to do with what we eat too. A lot of our health is like really bad. We don't know that. The reason why our health is bad is not only because we make bad choices, it's also we often don't have a lot of choices. When you are poor, poor, you don't have an opportunity to eat as properly as you think. There are some poor people who eat extremely well and healthy for fractions on the dollar, but vast majority of us, we're not that thrifty. We're not savvy to make that happen. But it also goes to, why should good healthy food be behind a pay gate at all? Millennials are this funny nebulous kind of generation where they never they never exit from being a teenager and adolescent, so they don't grow up. They look at certain problems of the world and they say, either I don't want to deal with it, or they say, like I say, the problem itself is not simply throw money at it. Sorry. But yeah, millennials look at a situation like nutrition and they start saying, what if I had a group dinner? What if I went to a food kitchen and got some canned goods? It's not the same as eating in a fast food restaurant and you get it then and there, and it's cooked for you somewhat. Now is the season for zombies. It's the time. It's the season of zombies. Yes, clearly. The parasites are taking over, so are the fungi. Mm. Our wallets are very personal to us, very personal. When you work and exhaust yourself and you get a paycheck, it feels so rewarding, so rewarding. You know, it's like someone rubbing your head and saying, "You good boy, Mm, good boy. That's right. You worked so hard this week. Good boy, good boy." But then someone or something comes over and just says, "Now give me that." They don't beat you over the head. They just say, "You want to use this service because you're fancy. You want to use electricity, you're fancy. You want an apartment or a house, you're fancy. Guess what? Being fancy, it costs some money. It costs some money." Nobody wants to be the kumbaya type. I say kumbaya because I don't want to say the group mentality, the cults, the fucking whatever. But what if you just had a clan? Well, I mean, I know that word has been perverted. So when you even say clan now, Americans get a little skeeved out. But clan means family. It means, people brought together by a creed, by a philosophy, by an education system. Or maybe it's just a group of dudes, a group of bros. If you go out with your friends to a bar and you and your mates are drinking beers and tossing them back and everything, and then at the end of the night, you come together and say, "Okay, everyone pull your money on the table and let's just fucking pay the bills so we can leave." You're having a good time with people that you like, people that you love. Maybe you should live with those people. You might say, "Well, I walk around butt ass naked, and I don't want my mates to see my willy tuckle." If they're really your mates, you showed it to them anyway. You actually show them dick pics on the regular because you think it's funny. You say, "Oh, you should see the pair of tits on this girl," and then you hold up the phone and it's really your butthole. If they're really your mates, they wait patiently till your guard is down, and then they do the same exact thing. It's like, damn it, that girl has a really hairy chest. Go live with your best friends. Go live with them. Save some money. Save yourself from these harpies who prey upon you and your wallet. You don't want to subscribe to socialism. You hate the word socialism. You hate it. You hate it. I get it. I get it. It's not for everyone. But do you get that every moment that you decide either to not marry or to not share your bills and expenses with another person you could tolerate, you're losing money. Not only are you losing money, you're also losing the underlying benefits of having another person in your life. I say this as a person with PTSD, so I get it. Let's get to some of these comments. Because what's the most thing that humans don't use as much anymore because of the things we eat, but it's also important to detox. You're not lying. Some people worship their dogs more than they do their parents or their children. Some of the people are thirsty about, and you definitely not lying about that. Greed is power down days. I've learned that I'm going to be super rich one day. I'm almost there. Wealth is very subjective. Wealth is subjective because you look at musicians and actors. I can only really talk about them because I don't know much about business world. But these people are considered wealthy because you see them and they got the jewels and they got the clothes and they got bitches. They got everything. They got everything. But they also have to deal with stalkers. They also have to deal with overzealous fans that will tear down a fence, tear your fucking clothes off, and then you have to sit down and sign something for them after they just behave like that. These are the people who sneak into your hotel rooms. These are the people who hide underneath your bed to steal your fucking cummed on underwear when they can just buy it from your OnlyFans. I don't know. But these are the things that celebrities have to deal with. I mean, they have to deal with some very talented musician writing about how much they would enjoy sexy time with certain British actors. They have to endure that because that's what comes with being on a screen. I will write sexy British actors like that David Keith Sweat, our new Superman, David Keith Sweat, because he makes me sweat. Okay. Sad moments when you're down all the time. I know what you mean emotionally, physically, and mentally. Cringe, more or less, the word. Depression in America is one of those things that we don't talk about, and the CDC is like, it exists, but they don't do shit. They don't do shit because it's beneath them to actually tackle mental health. It's more of a, we're going to put it on a pie chart, and that's how they deal with it. Me personally, I'm gonna have this conversation. Depression sometimes is just lack of inertia, lack of any movement in a direction. Because how can you feel like you're moving forward with your life if you really just do the same thing and you don't see any reward from it? Not that every day has to be rewarding, but it has to be better than you spend your days alone, you spend your nights alone, and you can't connect. For some people, that's just terrible. Terrible. I have a membership to the Say Uncle Network and ASG Marks and Fab House. I have a lot of porn memberships. But the reason I do is because I said I'm gonna be alone. I have PTSD, I'm a damaged person, but that doesn't mean that I have to be alone and unhappy. Absolutely. That's right. And also, it's expensive to be on that. I'm gonna date and date and date, and if I find the right one, great. If not, I'll have to go on the next date, and I have to spend so much to impress them because I want them to think that I'm a person of value. It's no, no. I'm not exactly the type that says I have to have a fuck me appointment in my personal life, but I'm also not going to do this dance of endless dates where first it's a coffee, then it's like a salad or an ice cream, and then eventually you might work your way up to dinner. It's like, no, 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 no. My last boyfriend, he wasn't perfect, but he he cooked. He cooked and said, "This is how I say I love you. I enjoy this." It's like, I could take you to a restaurant, but I want to show you that I care. I cooked a meal for you. Here, I love you. That's romance. This idea that you have a bunch of strangers around you and you're not having a conversation, you're not really talking about anything. You talk more about the menus than you do to each other. You're afraid to fucking discuss anything. Leave that out the fucking door. Americans are unhappy. Americans are very, very unhappy. And some of us deal with it by having virtual orgies. Hallelujah. Some of us pick up semi-automatic weapons and just murder people, and that's the country that we live in. That's the future that we have. Unless we say, let's fix it. Let's fix the broken heart of America, because America is broken-hearted. They look at themselves in the mirror and they don't like what they see. They look at their job and they don't want to be there. And they say, I feel trapped. There it is. I feel like nothing I do matters and I'm always going to be stuck here. And then they lash out. You don't want to say, it's on you to help with that. You don't. Nobody does. I say that, well, no, we do have to have a community understanding. Personally, I dislike California with the, you have to check in with us. You have to say hello. You have to say you have to say good morning and accept good mornings. You have to accept good morning. I don't like it. I don't like it. But, and there are a lot of bots. Community engagement works. Plant some trees, help out in the state parks, do something, do anything. But get involved. Guaranteed, your soul will feel a little bit lighter. And the burdens that you have, maybe you'll meet some other people who may not share that burden, but will make it feel a little bit lighter. Either way, my name is Eni Leona. I'm an environmentalist, human rights activist, mutant superhero, devilishly handsome. I will see you on the next podcast.